Welcome
to Intellectual Kink.
Hi.
I am Insidious Muse.
And I'm Service Slut.
And we have people in studio.
We have women. You have women.
We
I've
do.
appropriated your show.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
We've got Sanger and our lovely Fauna. Very good friends. They've all been on the show before.
How you doing?
We're
Lemon.
drinking. And I'm just going to be real honest.
Cheers.
I'm not sober now.
Cheers.
So
Cheers.
I only drove 3.5 hours.
I took
I
the
got up
train, so yay. Hi. Tune into skidrowstudios.com and click on the video link, and you can see us live right now. Fauna did her hair. She looks so gorgeous.
Fauna doesn't have to do her hair to look good.
I know.
Are you
know.
the puppy now?
I'm a puppy.
Oh, she's a puppy. That's the way she used to have the dogs.
Okay. What?
Are we
Other than that, how are you, ladies? How are you, Nancy? You haven't said much.
I'm good.
Break the studio.
Yeah, you're sober. I can tell.
Yeah.
You should drink.
Well, you know, I got out of work, so
But you did that a little while ago, so it's cool. It's cool. But you know what? I wanted to get straight to the shit. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry, camera.
Shit.
We actually have a topic. It's not even what the fuck, believe it or not. And our topic, I think, is actually a pretty good topic, especially taking into consideration that it's still the new year. It's, just past the Ides of January. And I like to use Ides because anything Shakespearean is fucking awesome.
Hi,
You mean it's...
okay, but the Ides is not always the 15th.
Well, fuck you.
Well, I mean,
I'm just going to
I'll
go with
explain
Ides.
later.
I thought it was just in March you could have Ides.
Ides
No,
in
you
March.
can always have Ides.
You can
but
always have
it
Ides.
doesn't- I think it goes by the moon.
I think it does too, but
It's
I
a
like
full
sticking
moon.
with the 15th. Is it really?
Is that
Why are we
Ides?
not
No.
Well, the full moon...
Oh, sorry.
The full moon, it does bring out crazy behavior. It's a true
Yeah.
statement. That's kind
Werewolf.
of
I
where
think we
werewolf
just
lore came
notice
from.
it.
No, it's true. It really did. People behave a little bit. I think maybe it's the brightness, that kind of harvest thing, that thing. But anyway, it's just...
We're not harvesting.
That's not what we're talking
January.
about. We can harvest eggs.
Eating people.
Not me.
If Nancy were to fist, she can get closer to your eggs than anybody else.
What? Not mine.
It's true, right? Speaking the truth.
totes.
Totes. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she's
yes,
tweeting.
lady,
I could tell.
whatever.
LOL.
So the topic, LOL. The
Is-
topic today is, what would you tell your newbie self? So all of us in here are fairly experienced at this point. You're no longer novice. All of us have a few years under our belts, or several years. I'm so sorry. I keep shaking the camera. Several years under our belts. Whatever. I can't stop. I'm just,
You know what we should do? Switch the camera.
And so it's kind of a good thing, because when we start off as newbies, we all make mistakes. And certainly now, being a newbie, I would assert, is far easier than way back in the day. Because way back in the day, there was no interwebs. You just fucking
There was
figured
deep web.
shit out on your... Well, but even way back in the
I think
day.
Usenet groups, right? You could tell spanking stories.
Yeah, but there might not even have been that. I mean, we're talking like way back in the day. I'm old. So
Hello.
it is what it is. Anyway, so the point is, it still makes, but also I graduated earlier, so I'm like fully way older.
Whatever.
So the point being, what would you tell yourself now, with all of the knowledge that you have today? What would you tell yourself when you're first kind of going through, as Nancy calls it, kinky puberty?
Mistress.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that was fun to say. I have a
It's fun to
question.
hear.
Am I advising myself or am I advising newbies?
You know what? I think that at this point you would be advising yourself, which thereby would be advising newbies.
Sure.
Well, okay. Yes. Go ahead.
I mean, myself as a newbie is probably, because I knowing what I know now, if I had known to say to myself then, dude, don't get married.
Don't get married is generally a bit of advice for anybody
please,
at any
everybody
time.
stop getting married.
Don't get married. Oh, I should silence my phone. That's me.
Okay, so, I mean, because
No, but really, I mean, in the scheme of BDSM, ladies in the round table, what would you tell yourself? I'm asking you, dear sweet Nancy.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Fuck, you went with TLC.
I sure fucking did.
Wow.
You did. And what does that mean to you exactly? Because waterfalls could be orgasms.
oh, it's a good.
Oh, definitely chase those. I mean, don't. We're looking at the live listener count and whatever.
Inside
Anyways,
like this
jokes.
Nobody wanted to listen. There was no live fisting.
don't go. Don't try to start big. I started out and I wanted everything. I wanted everything that we have now.
Okay.
When I started.
But you wanted it all at once.
Yes.
Okay.
And I
As opposed to
didn't
building towards it.
Well, and I didn't. That never even occurred to me to build upon whatever knowledge base I was gaining.
All right.
It never occurred to me that was the smartest way to go about that. So that's really primarily what I would tell my newbie self.
I would tell myself not to run. Because I discovered that I was very different from my girlfriends, very young. And I immediately ran from it and went about as super sexual vanilla, but about as vanilla as you could get, because that was the expectation. That was the box that was expected of a then blonde, very pretty, very kind of musical. I was that kind of person. I was very performance related, etc. And there were expectations. There was a box. And so I conformed to the box. And I would tell myself, you know what? Fuck the box. Fuck all of that. Be true to who and what you are. Because I ran and then I married somebody about as I could get from me being who I am. And that impacted me in a lot of ways. But if I hadn't have done that, I couldn't even imagine where I would be today. So,
for myself, this is fun, everybody. I started like my BDSM experiences after my parents had passed. So it was kind of like this weird experience of just exploration sexually, fantasies, kind of making them come and happen. But I jumped in really fast without any information, and I kind of messed somebody up. And I've had a lot of guilt about that. Like, I wish that if I could go back, I would tell myself to really, research more, read more about, people's fantasies. Basically what ended up happening was I was making this person's fantasies come true, and they just couldn't handle it.
yeah.
It was messing them up. And they needed therapy. And then it became, now I need to tell you, you need therapy. And that's hard because people are like, oh, I'll do what I want. But he needed help because he couldn't figure out why he was desiring these things like strap-on play and to serve, somebody like that, to be submissive. He was filled with so much shame. And I didn't know how to cope. I didn't know how to guide him. Now I could, now I'd know not to jump into something like that. Before, there was a lot of negotiation and talking and taking time. But I just thought, hey, this is what you want. I want to give you what you want. You're telling me this is what you want. Okay, let's do it. And I went out and bought a strap-on and bought a dildo, and let's do this. And then afterwards, it was a spiral for him. And so that was really hard to deal with, and I blamed myself. And a lot of it was my responsibility, but I have to let that go. So if I could go back, I would just say, just research more so that you know how to cope. Because I just stepped away from everything. I didn't want to do anything BDSM anymore. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this. I'm unqualified. I don't qualify. And that was a big thing for me in general. To qualify was a big thing. And I thought, well, now I need to be submissive.
Like,
so that I can learn, right? And I was
leather protocol.
I was very bad at being submissive. I could play the role very well as an actress. I could do that
in the moment.
But I don't get paid to do that.
Yeah. It wasn't me. I wasn't being authentic. So if I could go back to that time, that was after, the whole other thing, I would just say, just skip that part. Find a mentor, please. Because this is who you are. You're this dominant woman, and you're going to be great.
Yeah.
If I could go back, that's what I would tell myself. So.
Yeah, and I think that there's, to just kind of sidebar that point. There's a difference between being a submissive and being a bottom. Because, I mean, you can still be a dominant person and you can have the experience of bottoming to understand what it feels like. And that's not going to really, but there's a huge difference between being a submissive and a bottom. And I've certainly discovered that with people coming to me saying, I seek submission. No, you fucking don't. You're a bottom. And guess what? You are giving me a menu. So you can go to somebody and pay them $300 an hour for that because that's not what I'm here for.
Right.
So I can give you some very qualified people for that. Not me. Just go away.
It's not me. Yeah.
Who's humming?
Me? I'm vibrating.
Ooh.
It's not even Hitachi.
Oh, that's a shame.
What's up?
It's all right.
What in the
What
butt?
about you, Sanger? Ow. I just hit my hand.
Don't do that.
Did you negotiate that with the table?
I need aftercare.
You're on your own.
Give her aftercare, Nancy.
Yeah, whore. I am trying to think of which part of newbie, or which new. Jesus God, Fauna is.
I'm all
committing
tapped out on
self-
aftercare.
Honey,
and Nancy will not.
honey, if you want, I'm more than happy to give you a little pain. I'm okay with that. That's really what
I
you
like
need.
to
need it.
inflict it on myself. Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know. I was thinking like when I was driving here, which only took about 2.5 hours. I thought about like let off the clutch, just get the fuck off the clutch and do it. Oh, you know, because you can ride the clutch for 50 miles from where I work to where you live, and
Which is why most people in LA don't have a stick shift.
I drive a stick shift. I love it, and I think it's probably because I'm a control freak of some manifestation. It comes to clutches.
Interesting.
But I was, just let it, it's going to be okay if I just drive. Oh, sorry. Drive the fucking car. I'm shaking the camera.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck it. Which is kind of the opposite of what she said, which is don't chase waterfalls, where I was saying, just do it. Fucking do it. And I think I backpedaled a lot. And I questioned myself a lot and said, oh, well, somebody's telling me what to do. That must mean because I can follow directions, I'm submissive. I'm slavey. And really, I'm a pain slut. And I like to run the show. I mean, I'm happy. Like, we've played. And I'm like, you guys do it. But that is a scene. And it is in this parentheses. And I think I'm okay. I think you guys have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I think, again, way back, I was 18 when I started fucking about with this shit, which is 20 years ago. And it was sort of like, what do you, the things at the back of the LA Weekly or whatever the fuck it was. There was some other fucked up magazine or weekly or something like that. It was like the back pages.
The back page is what it was called.
It wasn't the LA Weekly?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the LA Weekly, but I remember
The back page. And like finding that
Fuck, I can't believe I don't remember these.
dark party and, leave the message and what name you're going to use. And we'll call you back and let you know what the address is. Kind of. There was some
Very seedy.
up situations. And
Very seedy.
some of them were amazing.
Wow.
And that's not the case any longer. I mean, fat life all over the place.
Yeah.
People talk about how kinky they are at work, and I go, sure you are.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking more about it. I mean, the dungeon itself is getting more and more crowded, which is interesting.
And the classes and stuff. I had a friend of ours mention, he's like, is it just me or has shit doubled in size in the last 6 months? And I'm like, it really has.
Really, that most
has.
recently.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I mean, I've been active, locally for about 4 years now, and it has doubled.
Which is awesome. And the
but within a
amount
year.
of education that is available specifically in the Los Angeles area, but also, I have friends that are all over. So like, when you go see to the events, friends of RSVP do on Fat Life, there's education everywhere. It's really amazing. The things, I didn't learn how to spank.
Yeah.
I didn't have a class. I went to a class now, in recent years, but because it was like, well, what if I want to fill in some holes? What if I don't know something? What if I've been doing something wrong all these years? Which made me a little paranoid, actually, because I was like, fuck, God damn it. And I go back and I think of all the things that I did, and I'm like, oh shit. I did some like irreversible damage to somebody, but whatever. I mean, they had a good time.
There's,
but I'm just
yeah,
saying.
about that, like what you had said about I messed somebody up. I mean, one of the things that I would say to myself is like, it takes at least two to tango, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things I'm not willing to accept blame for any longer because I wasn't the only one in the room, I mean, there's some things like, fuck no, that had nothing to do with me. But
Yeah.
I think a big part is assessing responsibility. And that's one of the things we do now negotiating is saying, what part do you play? What part do I play? How does this work out? And again, as all your shows are, it's about communication.
Yeah,
And-
but laying out what the expectations are for both parties. I mean, I don't think it's said in such a way that verbiage isn't used in those moments of negotiation, but that's really what it is. You're really laying out each person's responsibility, the expectation of each side when you go through these negotiations. And let's be honest, when you're negotiating, we don't negotiate like every little teeny tiny thing, because in the moment of a scene, shit happens. You're like, she can take more, or she's going to do this. And I mean,
They're talking about me. Thank you.
right. Well, and it's one of those things. I mean, this happened. I'm specifically saying with Singer, and it's definitely happened with Nancy. I mean, not now, but in the beginning, it would be like in the middle of a scene, and I would go and whisper in their ear, "How do you feel about XYZ?" And then they would give me their feedback, and I'd be like, "Awesome." So then that would be the micro negotiation, but it certainly isn't, that kind of like in-depth written down negotiation that sometimes we talk about.
I think sometimes also being around long enough, you kind of get the sense of who knows their shit, right? Like I'd come back to LA 2 years ago and I kind of stayed away from the whole community because I was very invested in it before, and it didn't, I wanted some separation, and circumstances being what they were, when I came back, it was, I mean, I knew what the fuck I wanted.
Right.
And it wasn't about, just entertainment, I guess. It was, this is who I am. And I'm not going to get it on OkCupid.
Yeah.
Boys are funny. Not all boys are funny, but OkCupid boys, they're all kinky because they like blowjobs.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh, or
What?
anal sex.
I'm like...
Or they like to pull your hair and spank your ass. Please, that's just fucking sex, bitch.
What are you pouring yourself?
What is that? What is that?
It's the Moscato I was drinking on the train.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Which is to say, as far
Well,
as...
I don't have a bottle of wine here, and my glass was
Negotiate.
empty.
There's 2 bottles right here.
It'll get to that when I'm done with this Moscato.
Yeah.
Right.
Salsa. Wait, what are you saying? I'm toasting.
You say à la vôtre.
À la
À la vôtre.
À la vôtre.
I live
À la
all-
vôtre santé, which means to your health.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So, which is to fuck balls.
Yeah,
I
which is
swear
to
I fuck
no, no, no.
balls.
I have
we
never
can
fucked
fuck
balls.
balls.
Balls deep.
Kinda awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no ball fucking. Although,
Stones.
from a CBT perspective, now I want to do this.
I cannot serve you in this way. I'm sorry.
I want to fuck some balls right now.
Right?
What?
What if we like wrap them around the scrotum? And
You can. You can do that.
Let's do this.
And then it would be little, but
So let's have your pet, and if I can join in on some CBT fun, let's do this.
we're going to fuck your balls.
What I
man.
was going to say is
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
people
So
who
you
know
came
this shit.
back. You
Right,
came back
came
into
back.
it.
I
You
came
knew
to
what
a
you
party.
wanted.
It was a Wednesday party.
Yeah.
And I saw you.
You met me.
I remember this.
I remember that night. I was
I-
off my game, too.
Fuck it. It didn't matter.
Because I
I
go,
didn't know
yeah.
who she was, and I spanked her.
We were going around in a circle. Do you remember it?
It
We were going
was
in a
the
circle. Everyone's like,
market.
my name is so-and-so, and I've been in lifestyle for blah, 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 and I think blah, blah, blah. And it came to me, and I was like, yeah, my name is Fauna. I'm dominant. That's all I said.
I missed that whole part. So when I
Oh,
got
I
there
thought you were there.
late, there were 3 of us who kind of walked in, and I couldn't find the way in. And these 2 other people showed up out of fuck nowhere, and I was like, "Do you guys going to a party?" And I was trying to be somewhat
Coy.
surreptitious, because what if they're just here for ultimate frisbee or whatever the fuck they
That
want?
happens. That happens.
door.
Yeah.
The church next door.
Well,
Amen.
yeah. So, and I remember those 2 were sort of like, I don't have anything. I don't really know what I want. And I'm like, this is what the fuck I want. This is what I want to do. Who can help? And I picked you out from
You
the
did.
moment I saw you.
I remember.
And you would walk by me. I'm like,
was
what's in your
scary.
toy bag? I tugged on your shirt and we went straight to and did. And
Because you were like, hey, you want to play? And I'm like,
So,
all right.
So you had a kinky renaissance.
I had no idea.
Sanger, you had a kinky renaissance, and in that kinky renaissance, you were able to
I had a kink community.
but
Yes.
tell yourself or learn from the lessons that you might not have known in your kinky puberty.
Somewhat. I think the in between, community wise, like I'd still gotten some pretty fucked up, awesome kinky sex in the meantime, but not insofar as community. But I found the fucking ground in the meantime too. Like when I came back in July, I was solid. Like I didn't care what anyone thought. This is who the fuck I am.
No,
I'm
which is
single.
the best way to do it.
No,
that was the thing that was most
I think I was
attractive
more
about
yes,
you.
like, but really,
The most attractive thing about you was like, this is me. I'm not trying to be anything else but this.
yeah.
I'm not putting on any fancy anything. You know,
Right.
This is me. I like it. And I remember the energy that we had was so cool. I was like, I talked about it after. I was like, I met this girl who's really fucking cool. And the fact that when we'd play and then you go, hold on, I need to have an orgasm.
What?
And I'd be like,
That's so hot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I'd still talk about it.
well, because it happened Saturday.
It happened on Saturday. She took my birthday spankings,
Okay.
all 40 of them.
What
bummed
the
I missed
hell
it.
did you use for those?
I used the Rogue.
Do you know what she's talking about with the robe?
What's the road?
It's like
I got it from Kinky Geek. I totally stuttered that. I got it from Kinky Geek. And it's a beautiful wooden paddle, but it's like a nice like brown, but there's one little section that's blonde wood. And so I call it the
called the
Rogue.
Rogue.
oh,
you know.
it's cute.
Sweet.
I
Because
get
that's
that
very
one.
kinky.
It is kinky.
And
But it's
geeky.
mean. It's
It is
people
heavy
hate me after I hit
shit.
them. Not her, but people
Well,
hate me.
she's
They're
a
like,
pain
why the
slut.
fuck did you hit me with that? But she takes it like a champion, and she took 40 of them. Yeah. It was incredible. I've never
you
hit.
into grow on.
Did we miss your birthday?
It was my 40th birthday.
It was your 40th?
Not
January
Saturday, it was
1st,
January
and I
I had
sat.
it on my calendar. I had it on my
I sat home
calendar.
alone.
defending yourself
no,
already.
birthday.
Nobody worries. It's okay, man.
No, I do worry because I had it on my calendar because I didn't want to forget because I knew it last
okay.
year and I didn't want to fucking forget. God damn it, shit, cunt.
It's
Vanilla cupcake with white
No.
frosting and sprinkles.
rainbow sprinkles, please.
Vanilla
Rainbow
cupcake with
sprinkles.
white
Patel.
frosting and sprinkles when we have our meeting
Yes.
upcoming.
I did go to the clown party that we had
Clown.
at the next
that
Saturday.
sounds like fucking torture. Fuck.
People didn't
that.
come because they were afraid.
I don't like clowns.
I was very scary.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, I looked horrible.
Poltergeist.
People
not see
still talk
Poltergeist?
about how scary. Like they meet me like this, and they go, "You were that pink-haired clown." Oh my
Just
god,
a fucking crazy bitch.
it
though.
was.
We
But
know
no one
that.
wanted to play with me. They were
we-
so afraid.
Right? As they should.
You
be.
painted faces. You
I
said.
did. I painted faces, but they didn't play with me.
I would have played. I was moving. It's my dream house.
Whatever.
But
It's
yes,
Adderall,
the
though,
whole-
by the way.
But yeah, I turned
the
40.
pictures. Adorable.
oh right.
That's awesome.
The knowing self. This is what I want. And I remember the next day I was on the phone with my mom and I was sobbing. I
What?
was so happy.
Oh, happy sobbing.
I was.
Okay.
She's like, "What happened?" I said, "So I went to this
clarify.
thing and I asked for what I wanted and I got it. It was so awesome. And then I got this shit beat out of me.
You know what?
for
I
an
think
hour
that
and a
You
half.
told that to your mom?
She's
Yeah, they have a weird
super
relationship.
awesome, cool mom.
I think that's one of the
come down.
things that there's a couple things. I mean, listening to everybody's stories, if you really go back to a newbie self, is number one, kind of be true to yourself, even if you're not 100% sure what that is. And don't be afraid to ask for what you want. You know, and there's a challenge. I think it's a little bit easier when you're kind of the pain slut or S type to ask for what you want. When you're the D type, it's a landmines of disappointment when you ask for what you want,
as opposed to
just and I'm not speaking.
Directively?
I'm not speaking of female submissives. I will actually speak. If you had a choice between a male and a female submissive, I would take a female submissive every day of the week over a male submissive.
do tell.
Well,
we can
there
go back
is
to that.
maybe there's too much testosterone in male submissives, but they are they're too gimme. They have too much of an expectation of their wants being fulfilled above you as the dominant, and that doesn't work for me. That's like not okay. Look, I'm not going to spend my whole day fucking you in the ass and having guys and you sucking guys' cocks. Please tell me, like logically, what does that do for me? One time, absolutely. I'm having guys fuck you in the ass and I'm having you suck guys' cocks. That's hot once. Every night of the week?
Come on.
Why don't you just go to Mark's house and suck his cock? Because I don't have any fucking time for this shit.
That reminds me of the male submissive. He was gorgeous, stunning, and he was dressed up like a kitty cat. It was amazing. He says, I would like to do a gangbang. As if I could pull that out of my fucking pocket and find like 12 women who have a strap on ready to go to
Right.
fuck some total stranger in the butt.
Right. Yes. Oh, let me snap my fingers. Oh, no,
But you
mistress.
don't?
Can you have somebody there to watch me?
What?
What?
What the fuck is this shit?
Get your own extras.
Please, mistress. No. Who
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am not.
No.
Pay me.
Yeah.
And then pay them.
Yeah.
And then I can make it happen. But if you don't show the fucking cash, that shit ain't happening. Period.
Do you know what the logistics of how much planning
For
that
fucking
takes?
gangbang?
What the fuck? I would have to call up a lot of women. I'd have to negotiate with them to make sure they were
Beg
okay with it.
and plead.
And then for what? For what? Not
What
for
do
me.
they get out of it? Are
Yeah.
you licking their pussy at the end? I don't
Nope.
fucking think so.
Nope.
Wow.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
this is
high five from afar.
your global for male submissive? Quote unquote submissive.
My experiences generally is the large majority of male submissives. And here's what I believe. I believe very strongly is it has to do with, number one, it is very difficult for a man to accept that they are submissive. I get it. That journey is difficult. It's hard. It is not what society dictates them to be. Get it. It fucking sucks. But adding to that, they still are men. They still have testosterone. They still have male privilege, to bring in a sociological term. And therefore, utilizing male privilege, they have an expectation that male privilege will be adhered to. And guess what? Not in my world.
I don't
Go to
think
another world.
What you're describing to me, that is not a male submissive.
Yeah.
It's a male, but it's not a submissive.
I agree. They consider themselves submissives, but I agree that that does not make them submissive.
Just because you
I think
take it
that
up
makes
the ass
them
doesn't
that
make
makes them
you
a bottom.
submissive. Yeah.
Makes them a bottom, which is totally cool. Go and be a bottom, but you're not a submissive, and you're certainly not serving me.
Whoa.
Which is
Yes.
why I love my sweet Nancy,
Oh.
who has done amazing
She's
things.
like, yes, I'm not male.
I cannot tell you how proud I am of her in the last 4 or 5 months. The strides that she has made
She's having
to
such a
improve
hard
her
time with
submission. And it's been really hard living together. It really has. But she's really done amazing jobs. And I've been like in a really shitty fucking mood this week. And she doesn't know this, but she's really been amazing. And I want to publicly thank and commend her for all of her wonderful submission.
But you guys live together now?
We do live together now.
How did I not know this?
Because
It happened over time.
Well, and I mean, to tell you the truth, it wasn't one of those things where like, hey, let's take our dynamic to the next level. It was like, hey, my family really fucking sucks. Can I crash on your couch?
Kind of how it happened.
All right,
But I
all
have a
right.
couch in my bedroom, so that's where she
Nice.
sleeps. She used to sleep in the bed, and I was like, you need to get out of my bed because I need to sleep alone. I'm going fucking crazy with somebody in my bed. So she sleeps on the couch, but it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Not as comfortable as my bed, but it's comfortable.
I think I need to sleep on the floor for a little bit because my back's starting to knot.
Well, we're talking about getting you a doggy bed.
Yeah.
I want to get you a doggy bed.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute? We're putting it in the closet. She'll have her own little like doggy corner,
Cute.
right?
Get in the closet, Nancy.
That's right. Closet time, which is not like in the movie Closet Land, which was bad, but closet time in a good way.
So, Sanger, you brought up something that I wanted to like rewind back to because
Shit. Okay. Yes.
No, it wasn't bad. But you know,
Not.
I think something that newbies really don't consider, and I sure as fuck didn't consider it, is how dangerous danger can be.
Hey, I
You know?
was just telling Fawn this one story about having an X-Acto knife up my ass.
What?
Yeah, dangerous can be really dangerous.
Yeah,
Agreed.
and so I think
I
that
get worried about my fucking acrylic nails.
Yeah.
you go into it with this kind of like sensationalized idea of what it's all going to look like, and you don't think about, hey, the logistics of that kind of not okay, or kind of not a good idea.
What do you mean by what it's all going to look like or logistics of that? I mean, I'm
Well, I think it's the fantasy versus reality question.
Well,
that
yes.
kind of
it's
overarches
not all eyes
a lot
wide
of things.
shut, right? Like,
Well, no,
it doesn't
so
look like that movie.
So I'll give you an example, real life example. So access to my finances to someone.
Okay, you're done now. I understand exactly what the fuck you're talking
No,
about.
but see, and it wasn't something that I wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to give him all my money. No, it was like, through like mint.com where they could just like see it. You can't really touch it. You could see it.
Yeah, you think.
Yeah, right. And I know that obviously. But I did it with this kind of idea because I really had this whole, I really just want to give up control. Can I please just not have any control, please? And that's all I had in my mind. That was all I was focused on. And nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. But the fact that I was willing to do that, and just be like, not think about, well, this could be bad if I give someone live access to my shit.
Except for, you can start with this could be bad. And then go, well, everything could be bad. I'm not going to fucking get out the house. I'm never leaving my house. Like there's somewhere in the middle where there's some assessment of danger and some assessment of what you're going to deal with as far as in which part you're going to fucking bail.
Informed consent.
Well, but I think as a newbie, I don't think unless you have like all the fucking knowledge, you can't make that assessment.
You're not going to have all the fucking knowledge.
You're never going to have all that knowledge. Again, it boils down to, like I said, informed consent.
And also what you said was ask.
Yeah.
Like this, like there's no shame. And if someone wants to shame you for asking, peace out, motherfucker. Unless you're up to that, like, oh, I was really excited
really
for you to tell me I'm an idiot. Now I'm turned on. Let's do this, right?
That's really hard for people that are wired to be submissive, to ask the person to whom they are willing to give control. Freaking Nancy and I know each other. She fucking knows me. There are not many people that actually know me. She is one of the very few, and that is a very rare thing. And she's still terrified to ask me some things.
Is that about Nancy or is that about you?
I couldn't tell you.
That's about Nancy.
Ooh.
I will tell you right the fuck now. That's about Nancy.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, I'm not trying to be, bitchy, but
well,
honestly,
I want to understand.
your hesitation to ask probably has not as much to do with any intimidation from your mistress about that you feel from.
No, it has more to do with my perception of her. It has nothing to do with her. It's
What
my
do you
perception
perceive
of
me
her.
as?
That is why I'm
Like some
here.
evil bitch?
Crazy bitch.
No, that is not
Let me
it.
pour
That's
some
not
blood
it.
red wine.
Evil, crazy bitch.
Would you like to make me bleed? What
Yes.
exactly? Can we do that?
Fuck.
What? What's going on?
I have a
no
pocket knife
idea.
in my purse at all times.
Where's the scalpels?
I haven't been paying attention. What's going on?
Back to texting.
It's freshly sharpened. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
She's gonna drink Singer's blood. That's what's
Oh
happening.
God, no.
I would
Full
fucking
moon.
I
do
don't
that.
have my
Full moon.
I don't have
Werewolf.
my blood test results with me.
When do vampires drink blood?
let's
All the
work on
time? Or just full moon?
I think all
I
the
don't
time.
know.
If I base
Okay.
it upon my Twilight knowledge,
Oh, good. Because that is the epitome of
they get
vampire
hungry
lore.
when they get hungry, which is
When they're hungry, they
all
drink the
time.
blood.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not just full moon. That's just
I thought that was a
full
fucking
moon transformation for the werewolf.
Werewolves.
And then when the moon sets or gets covered with a cloud, they turn into human.
She's gonna sing Thriller now, right?
But they were werewolves,
So going
goddammit. They
back
were
to this is
zombies.
about
What the
Nancy.
fuck? Now you're fucking up the whole thing.
I don't know about these whole things.
Zombies.
He looked a little werewolfy towards the end.
Oh, yeah, he did howl.
Yes.
Arr, yeah.
Yes, he did. He did.
With a
Or was
yellow
that-
eyes, right?
Vincent Price. Was he the...
Isn't
Oh,
he
God, I love Vincent Price.
he's not dreamy. He's dead. He's dust.
That's okay too.
I guess if you're into that.
Actually, don't.
Some people are really into necrophilia. I don't want
We
to.
could go back to
I
it.
don't
me.
want to judge. I totally judge.
I need a heartbeat
Not asking.
and blood flow.
To do
Well,
with-
and a hard penis.
I would
Ask me a question.
really want to bleed soon.
Okay.
I've never made you bleed, Singer.
No.
Singer,
I would
I've
like-
never made you bleed.
To negotiate this.
I've got a
Should we
lot of
demo
things
a
to
negotiation?
poke you with.
We could, right?
What are we doing it now? What-
Demoing or bleeding? Demoing negotiation.
I don't have the needles with me.
I don't want
I have
needles.
a
I want
pocket knife.
scalpels.
Oh, that's right, she
Freshly
wants scalpel.
sharpened pocket knife.
You know, you
Do you have
told
any
me that
eyeliner?
that's what you
Awesome.
wanted, and
they were
Ladies
like,
and
"That sounds
gentlemen,
great."
I've never done that.
don't do this at home, and certainly not while
Yeah.
people have been drinking alcohol.
No.
Like
Oh,
present
no, no,
company
no, no, no.
No,
involved.
no, I gotta 6 a.m.
In fact,
meetup.
As a total crazy sidebar, one time we were hanging out with all of our girlfriends,
I wasn't
and they wanted
there.
they wanted me to do needles on them. Right? Well, we'll talk about this in the future. It'll happen. They wanted me to do needles on them, and I was like, well, I need to stop drinking if needles is going to happen because I can't do needles when I'm not sober. That's fucked up. So then, I sobered up, and then we was like, all right, let's do needles. Okay, well, hey, for some reason, I'm out of rubbing alcohol in my needle kit or whatever. So go to your house, and we're in this person's house. Let's get rubbing alcohol. And she's like, I don't have any rubbing alcohol. Who the fuck doesn't have rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
We use vodka.
I was going to ask, did you use vodka?
We use vodka, which, by the way, ended up creating this entire kind of sensual component to the scene because I poured the vodka on her back and then I could lick it up, and it was really fucking cool. But
Totally
I'm not
hygienic.
saying that continually use vodka when you're doing needles. I'm just saying it was in a pinch. It created a moment and a memory. Please stick with, more sanitary
Rubbing alcohol.
methods.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty gross.
it was
And/or-
awesome.
But that's rad.
Wiki rat.
I haven't done needles in a long, long time.
Scalpels.
But you know what? If I could go back to my original newbie self, I said I will never be into needle play. I was like, that sounds stupid. Who wants to fucking stick a needle in themselves? I was like, that is ridiculous.
In themselves?
Or in anyone else. I was like, that's stupid. Who would volunteer that?
A lot
of
people.
But that's the thing is because I had such a needle fear.
Mm.
But now it's a fetish. Now I'm totally into it. Now I can't get enough of it. It's so
In the
fun.
same vein, although not needles specifically.
Vein needle
But not needles specifically. I was at a party one time in Vegas with my friends, and there was the cutest little submissive boy. He was so fucking adorable. And we strung him up and played tetherball with him. It was awesome. And then he, in the middle of tetherball, whispered in my ear, mistress, I heard you like golden showers. I would love to try some. And I was just like, all right. So after he got pulled down, we went to the bathroom and just bam, right there, golden showers from the tap. And I thought I wouldn't like that. I thought it would be something I wouldn't enjoy. And I'm like, this is fucking hot.
Yeah.
This needs to happen all of the time.
Who's which part of that? I'm not sure.
Was I swallowing the golden showers?
Come on.
Okay.
No.
You never fucking
What are you talking
No,
about?
I know.
Yeah.
I know you know.
I
I
know.
didn't know.
I know there's
Now you know.
certain things I'd be willing to experience from the bottom end. Golden showers is not
Yeah.
one of them.
No.
Because that, to me, I equate golden showers very much in the vein of humiliation. And I will not bottom ever for humiliation. To experience the experience, I would bottom for almost any of the components of pain just so that I could know what it feels like.
Pain is different.
And I have a high tolerance for it. So
Do you really?
I'm kind of stacking the deck. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun. I would never hit you though.
That'd be funny.
Did she
I
say
couldn't do
that?
it. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
I've bottomed like twice in my life. And when I was dating a switch, and I bottomed for him once, it was part of a deal that we did, and I bottomed for him once. And I learned a lot from that experience. And at the end of the experience, I thought, okay, number one, the pain was okay. I understand the catharsis of it. I kind of can see where people enjoy it. It wasn't incredible displeasure. I cried, of course. But I outlasted him. At the end of it, he was just like, you're a better bottom than I'm a top. And I was like, well, I could have fucking told you that.
Oh, I have another one.
Yes, ma'am.
Which you just exactly remind me of. You said better. And I would think release judgment. Because it's easy to say. Like, I get this a lot. Oh my God, you're a trooper. Oh, you said champ. Took it like a champ, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
you
get
do. You
this a
did
lot.
take it. You
And
take
I
it like a
think,
champ.
Like, there's such an ease, not ease. It becomes very easy to qualify like better versus, and then people of their own will go compare, right? Like, how do I match up to? And like we noticed when like I talked about during the fisting a little bit ago, I checked the fuck out because I'm here like with this, or like Saturday. You said something to me like, I want everyone to see how tough you are. You kept making me put my chin back up. And I was like,
that's right.
Who the fuck is looking at me?
Well, competitive BDSM.
Yeah.
We
Which
did an
is-
episode on that. It's a very true, real
But
thing.
I have like worked hard to make it go away.
That
right?
wasn't
Not worked
about,
hard,
but that wasn't about
I know,
you.
I know.
That was me putting you in that secretary weird bar thing.
It
where
was a
around her
weird bar
neck and her
thing.
You know what
my
I mean?
shoulder's still pissed off at me.
She was in the
the
secretary
stalks?
thing. Yeah. But it was
kinda-
like a
but it
bar.
was-
and I said, put your head up. because it would make her look tough, like I'm playing with this tough broad. It was to make her look gorgeous because
You just do this.
look, she's playing with me. Oh my god. I've done that. I've done that. But that was my and it was impromptu. Like I was like,
But
put your chin up, because then I thought, then it's fucking with her head. Like now she has to go, God, I got to keep my chin up while they're doing all this stuff to
and
me.
she's like, you hate it. I'm like, I love it. And I'm like, put your chin on me.
Yeah, you
Keep
do
putting
love it.
up.
And I kept going like this with the riding crop. I just tap it on her chin, and she'd be like, it was great. Yeah, that was great.
Well, it's interesting because there's that mental component, which is a huge thing, which I think that when you're newbies, you underestimate.
Yeah.
And it's the mental component, which really is that vast world where you can really just run wild and free. And physically, there's only so much you can do. But mentally, you can make whatever XYZ is turn into something infinitely more intense if you engage the mental.
Now, I was going to say also about the competition, like submissives trying to be tougher than the other or whatever. I mean, I feel it as a dominant all the time. Like, I want to look so cool. I still have that. I wish that I could, like, knock that off and just be myself. I felt that actually this last weekend. I'm just going to be me. I'm not going to try to be cool. I'm just going to be me. Okay, I'm wearing jeans and a shirt and boots, but whatever. I'm not fancy dom in a corset, whatever. I'm just me, and I felt like more people were watching and like engaging and getting into what I was doing because I wasn't putting on a show or anything. I was just being myself. But there still were people that were watching, and I get off on that. Yeah. And so it triggers me. Like I want to be, kick ass, and I want to do the Florentine flogging and the single tail and make it snap really loud. And I want them to go, oh, damn, But that's the thing. And there's the competition between other doms to try to be just badass, cool.
Is that unspoken, or is that sort of like a thing that kind of...
I've never talked about it with anybody.
We don't discuss it. But it
in your secret dom meetings?
Yes. Well, but let's be honest. We all know of those doms that come in and literally take over an entire room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all like, the fuck? I kind of wanted to use part of the room, but I guess I can't because so-and-so has it.
I know that lady.
So it's one of those things where like, well, I guess I'll take one of the side rooms because fuck, I can't use the main room because somebody's in there. But it's like, well, I'm going to take the main room over before so-and-so does. And there is a definitive competitive component, which the funny thing is, because you're like, look, my ego isn't at that person's level. I don't have that kind of hubris. However, if you want to have a side-by-side, I'll fucking smoke that bitch. Got no problem with that. But I think that it boils down to, if you really are a good, true dominant, you don't engage in that. You're like, whatever, have the main room. I can have my incredibly awesome scene where people are literally crowded around the door and causing a fire hazard to watch.
Right.
Cool. It's cool. Got it. Who won? Oh, me. Fuck you, bitch.
So you still feel it. It's still there.
Right?
Gotta
I
win.
It's difficult for alphas, for people that are type A personalities, to not have that within them. And we're definitively type A personalities.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I co-topped with Heather. I'll mention her name.
Heather.
The other Heather, who's
awesome.
She's gorgeous and fabulous and fun and kind of quirky and weird and cool. Hi, Heather. I love you.
Heather.
Switchy Heather.
But she was so much fun, and I think some people were looking at her towards the eye candy. But when it came down to the little competition that I had with her, which was who's more badass, she had to take a break in the middle of it. I was like, I ain't done.
And let's keep going.
Break.
Crack the knuckles.
Did a little cardio, and so I can keep going. But she was like, I don't know.
Vertical running.
But I mean, it's that little. I mean, you and I, when we co-topped, it wasn't that we had a real competition, but it was kind of like I let you do your thing, and then I went in and did my thing, and then it was just kind of like, well, who's gonna. And then no one won, really. No one won.
No. And I mean, and a lot for those kind of situations. I mean, that was your bottom.
Yeah.
I'm always going to take beta in that situation because I'm being respectful to you because I respect you 100%.
Right.
I'm never going to be like, really?
Oh, look, I worked you, boy.
Let's see. Let me bring out all of my toys. Although you have that one toy. Fuck, I want that toy.
Which one?
That cock
The Eiffel
cage.
Tower.
I'm telling you right now, that's the rooster cage.
I
the
want
rooster
that
cage.
so. Okay, if anybody can find me the rooster cage, anybody on the world,
It's like a
find it for me.
Chinese
A
handcuffs.
Chinese finger torture.
I will
that's it.
kneel and bow down to them if they can find me the
You
rooster
know when you
cage.
Holy
stick your
fuck.
thumbs in
So-
and then you can't get
Is
them
that
out?
me?
Let's describe it
do
because so then that way
Yeah,
it's
we
like
just did.
it's like chicken wire
Yeah.
and it
not.
is like a
Springy.
It's about 18 inches long.
roll.
Right.
And it's a round of basically chicken wire
And
that
you
can
squeeze
compress.
it, and then you put it on the cock, and then it
On the cock.
whoop, shoop. And it's like that Chinese thumb torture where
Handcuffs,
you
finger
pull,
cuffs.
no matter how much you pull, you're stuck.
And
you know?
and if the
wonder
if
if
the
you can get one at
penis
Old Vera
is
Street.
erect and full of fluid, then it will push on the outside of this cage and create a beautiful diamond pattern around the penis.
Yeah.
It is so lovely.
It's incredible.
And then we can put glitter on that
And
on
then-
that diamond pattern.
I've never put glitter on the diamond
God,
pattern.
I'm missing glitter
Were you the
penis at the Gru. No glitter penis for me.
What's
What?
going on?
So the week,
The Gru is this weekend and I can't go.
Oh. I'm going to
we,
be hosting, actually,
You are.
for anybody that's in the LA area, the Southern California Leather Woman Contest.
what?
Friday.
I'm hosting it. This is my second year hosting
When
it.
is it?
It's this Saturday.
Saturday. I thought it was Friday.
Night?
It's Saturday night, actually, it turns out. And it's at the Eagle Bar, which I don't have the address.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
which is awesome.
Which is a gay male.
Wait,
well,
I know where that is.
Male
It's in
gay
Silver
bar.
Lake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right near.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And so,
It's-
as far as I know, there's only one contestant, so it's going to be whatever.
It'll be
It's
over by
always
11,
only
and
one
we're gonna go over
contestant.
to
Well,
the-
last year there was
Always only-
three. Last year there was three.
Three? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. There were, and then
And
we
I
just
was-
got the speeches.
I was Sister Mary O'Malley last
You are
year.
Sister
Doing
Mary.
Sister Mary O'Malley. But this year I'm going to just be fauna, but it'll be fun, I hope. Or it'll suck. I don't know. But there's a bar.
What time is it?
What time?
What time?
What time is the
Boy, gosh, I probably should have wrote that down.
Probably like 8 o'clock.
Probably around
Let
8
me
o'clock.
let me FetLife this shit.
Probably on FetLife.
FetLife
But if
is
you're in the
shit.
LA area, the Southern California Leather Woman Contest, it's very special.
What's the theme this year?
The theme is I don't know.
Okay, because the
What
year
are you
before
gonna say?
the year before last
I'm gonna
was
say
blood,
whatever they
and
tell
so
me.
so they had to do a presentation or a show depicting love, and that was when Mistress Melissa won,
love?
and it was blood,
Oh.
blood, love, whatever. Aren't
That
they
was the year
same?
before, yeah.
That was the year before, and last year it was fantasies.
They didn't
And
do
so-
fantasies last year.
Well, no, but there was a Southern California submissive that showed her fantasy last year. It was
Oh,
really
that's
interesting.
right.
It was
She got,
really,
like, gang
it was like
raped.
gang raped. That was her fantasy. It was really
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Remember that? I don't remember who she was.
No, I
It
do
was really
remember that.
beautiful.
Wow, it was beautiful. Don't remember.
I don't remember the person, but I remember. I mean, I could probably see her and point around a crowd.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her name.
So meet and greet is at 8 p.m. The contest is at 9:30, and the MC is the ever fabulous Miss Fauna.
That's me.
Fabulous.
I'm
and
on
the
their
cost,
website.
The cost is $0.
no, it's always free. It's fantastic.
It doesn't cost money. And you know what's great
String.
is that she flips the bill for all of this, and stuff.
yes.
And it's amazing. And then they have to go all over the country. And Naria, who's the girl who has it right now, she's been amazing. She's actually held it longer because they've had to wait to do this contest. And at the Eagle Bar, they're not charging him a dime to do the contest there, which is really,
because
really
they're awesome.
awesome.
They're
Yeah.
really awesome.
Well, it's a leather bar
It's a
as
leather
well.
bar, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what it'll be like. It'll be pretty crazy. I think there'll be more vaginas in there than there's been in a long time.
I'm
Huzzah!
gonna do everything I can to go.
Yeah, you should come. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Saturday.
I'll be done with the group, but I'm not going to stay for the party.
Oh, well, that's right.
Why
well,
would I?
let's see what we can do. Because I mean, I obviously I'm so unbelievably sad.
come
I'm
and
not going to
heckle me.
the group.
Segue.
Oh, you want me to? Who you going as?
Oh,
Because I'll
my
heckle you.
God.
I can heckle you as anybody. Am I heckling you from Jersey? Am I going to heckle you from
Make me cry.
Ireland? What am I heckling you as?
Make me cry. Make
What?
me cry.
Oh
What
my
are you, some
God!
kind of
How's it
lemon?
going?
Oh,
Who
my
are you?
fucking
Are you a
God.
puppy with
Just
the
a-
lemon? with
Can
the
I
hair
drink
going
at
out
this
the
thing?
Okay, you're not allowed to come.
I'm telling you, I'm
already ready to cry.
Bring a
All over you.
Hitachi and come right there.
Oh, you're gonna bring a Hitachi? I'm gonna sit on a Hitachi and I'm gonna come all night long. I can't wait.
We were off somewhere else talking.
Oh, can I tell you a story?
We
Like
have
at
a few
the
minutes, so
last
yes.
at the last Paradise that we had, which ended added more editors.
Well, Nancy's
I
festival.
made
We
a
like the
woman.
D.
I made a woman squirt. It was my first time.
Oh,
It's and she flowed like a motherfucker.
Dude.
And it scared me. I actually said, oh my God, we need backup. That was like my first
It's been far too long since I've squirted, and it's actually kind of sad.
I mean, but it was incredible. It was happening.
How to do different now?
It was happening, and I was just like, wait, what's going on?
It's so hot.
It's happening. It's happening. I wanted to do this,
I don't
but I was like,
necessarily adhere to the premise that all women have the ability to squirt. I don't know if that is a true statement, but I know personally I've had that experience. I know that beautiful Nancy has fisted a girl who squirted. It was amazing.
It was a geyser. It was a geyser.
It was a geyser. And she goes, I have a towel over my stuff. I was like,
those
what the fuck?
women that actually squirt are quite familiar with it, and they're like, look, this is going to happen, and I have a waterproof blanket or I have a towel.
No one warned me. No one warned me.
Squirting, it's like, here's the thing about squirting is, number one, I mean, we women have the ability to fake an orgasm at any time, any place. I mean, that's something we could do, but you can't fake squirting. And it's like, oh my God, success, victory. And it's, it's this definitive proof. It's like a man ejaculating, you see it, you're like, well, job done. I'm snapping my suspenders and doing what I think I did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
It was pretty cool though, because it was happening, and it really was like Christmas Day. Didn't expect that to happen, and then
Christmas Day you can expect it's on account.
I didn't expect the toy that I got, which was like squirting machine
from Santa.
Yeah, it was like a squirting machine, but it was really cool. And then all I could think of was, I can't wait to do this again. That was the
Now, if you think back to your newbie self, would you have ever thought?
No.
That would have been
my
happening?
newbie self would have never played with a woman. My newbie self was convinced that that men only, and that has changed.
I'm really
obviously.
glad that
Clearly, my newbie self didn't even know what squirting was. That's how long ago it was. It wasn't. I mean, and this is before the interwebs. This is how long ago it was.
1 million years ago.
It was 1 million years ago. Not to make my Kate out and tell you. Yeah, and so this whole concept
Your shillelagh?
Kiss the Blarney Stone.
Don't make me go there, girlie. I'll take you down and notch your toe.
Oh my God.
I'm going to suck your balls. What?
Oh!
No.
What? No.
If you suck the
Awkward.
balls, then I'll suck the penis.
Okay. I'll suck the balls and you suck the penis. Well,
All right.
Who's this guy?
It's an Irish plan.
That's March. We should be talking.
Good. No.
Oh boy.
Ides of
This
March.
is why we love fauna.
Well, there's lots of fruit.
There really are.
That and Cookie Monster. Why do we love Cookie Monster?
Because
Why?
C is for cunt. I mean, cookie.
Cunt is such a.
This is a wild monster. Just wanna
It comes from
devour
the Welsh
you.
word for queen.
Does it really?
It does.
I did not know that. I don't fancy the Welsh.
Well,
Who does
nobody
fancy the
does. The
Welsh?
Welsh don't fancy the
No,
Welsh.
that's
right?
true. They don't. I have a story to tell you later.
Like, we don't even like ourselves.
No,
No, the Welsh don't. They don't care for themselves. Anyway,
evidence of that. But
so we're running out of time.
We are.
I don't really know how much we've covered because I've not been sober.
Somebody said somebody tweeted that we were being quite silly.
silly is
Who
not.
tweeted that?
At least they didn't say.
How many
shut
people
the
are
fuck
watching
up.
right now?
We here's the deal. If you want to hang out with us when we're drinking, this is what you get.
Yeah.
And just fucking take it or shut the fuck up.
I want to give a shout out to my roommate.
It's the same thing. Taking it and shutting the fuck up.
I want to give a shout out to my roommate, Will. Hi, Will.
Hi, Will Nate.
Will's hanging out with my dog right now.
Hi, dog.
It's cool.
So to wrap up,
Yeah.
you can
Please.
contact us. I'm Insidious Muse like everywhere.
And I'm service slut everywhere as well.
And
I'm Fauna. My name on FetLife right now is Sweet Lemon Lady.
Sweet lemon lady.
Because you gave me that name.
and then Sanger has like a funky name.
It's Latin.
It is
It's Audax Oceana.
AUDUX. AUDAXAOACEANA.
Okay. I mean, it's AUDAXOCEANA.
Whatever. Anyway, and then on the show, it's Kinkallectual
bold
at
ocean.
Kinkallectual. Review us on the iTunes. Listen to us.
Yeah.
Say you want to see me.
I'm going to be in. Yes, if you want more fisting or you want, I'm really looking forward to the what in the butt episode. I'll be honest on that.
When is that happening?
When is that?
Soon. Next
Sometime.
week, though, we are having a very good friend of ours on, and we're going to talk about pain pain management and subspace.
Nice.
Which I think would be very interesting.
Yes.
Cool.
You
Be a very fascinating episode.
have friends that aren't me?
We have friends that aren't you, believe it or not.
That's awkward.
I actually have more than 2 friends.
Oh, all right.
You wouldn't guess.
I'm just.
Love you guys.
So we're Intellectual Kink, and you know what? Happy fucking New Year.
Woohoo!
Woo! Tits.
Cheers.
It's